In the United States, child poverty has reached record levels, with over 16 million children now affected.
To us, it's just how we live. You don't get to make choices in how you live.
1 in 12 Americans are now jobless, and many children are growing up with little hope of long-term employment.
The president says he's trying to make jobs, but I don't think there's a job out there for me yet.
We're going to start with numbers 1 through 20.
Food banks and homeless shelters are facing unprecedented demand, as even middle-income families sometimes lose their homes with just a few days' notice.
If the TV can fit in your school bag, you can take it. If it didn't fit, you couldn't take it.
We asked 3 children what life in modern America really looks like, through their eyes.
My name is Kaylee Hagwood, and I live in Stockton, Iowa. I am 10 years old, and I live with my mother and my brother, Tyler, and he is 12 years old. I don't think we're a rich family, but I think we're kind of a poor family. Oh, yay! That one was good! That one was good!
Sorry, sis.
Stop pulling.
I'm sorry.
How do you think you have customers?
Customers. You can't pull it, Mom, when I'm doing this.
Kaylee's mum, Barbara, used to work in a factory, but lost that job 9 months ago. After struggling to find another, she's decided to retrain as a hairdresser.
I don't want you to freaking cut me.
I'm not going to cut you.
You better not,
I've been in school long enough, I won't cut you.
or you're dead. I mean it.
Kaylee's never met her father, and though her grandma lives nearby and helps out when she can, the family are struggling to get by on just $320 a week unemployment benefit, plus food stamps.
I'm hungry.
I knew you were going to say that as soon as you're going to have to wait now, sis.
I'm just starving. We don't get the 3 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch, and then dinner. When I feel just hungry, I'll feel like I'm so sad and all droopy, and then I'll feel weak, and then some in the mornings I'll be so starving, but then I'll be I need some food, but then I'll get but then I don't think of food, and then I'll just think of something else, and then I'll not be hungry anymore.
There's good days and bad days. Sometimes when we have cereal, we don't have milk, we have to eat it dry. Sometimes we don't have cereal and we have milk. It's often switch and swap. Sometimes when I switch the channel and there's a cooking show on, I get a little more hungry and I want to vanish into the screen and start eating the food.
Iowa is one of the breadbaskets of the world, but this is no land of plenty for Kaylee. Needing every cent, she and her friend often walk along the railway track, despite the danger, to look for old cans.
My best friend is Jordan, and we grew up together. We like to go canning to make money.
A lot of people throw their cans away.
Yeah. You know, the garbage is recyclable. Cans! We canning, I just walk around, look for cans, and I walk around the whole town. The non-squished ones are 5 cents.
And the squished are 2. So.
Yeah.
Over 60,000 bankruptcies were declared in Iowa last year alone. Over Katie's lifetime, the economy in her town has seen a sharp decline.
In 2004 is when this shut down.
And now look at it, it's crappy. It used to be so special. Didn't that used to be a movie theater?
What?
That.
No,
What did it used to be?
it was the old bank.
I bet there's old money in there.
I'm not going in there. The floor fell in.
That would be awesome if there was like thousands and thousands of dollars. Tyler! Those are ours! Bacon! Drop them! Kaylee! Drop them!
Kaylee!
When we can't afford to pay our bills, like our house bills and stuff, I'm afraid like we'll get homeless. Me and my brother will starve. You never know what'll happen in your life. So, yeah.
The homelessness Katie fears is already a reality for over 1.5 million children across the US.
My name is Jasmine, and I am 9 years old, and I live with my brothers Joshua, Jalen, and Johnny.
My name is Johnny Davis. I am 13 years old, finna be 14 in 3 months.
Johnny and Jasmine have been living in a Salvation Army shelter for homeless families in Davenport, Iowa for the last 3 months.
My dad had got a business, and he was making about a good $5,000 a month. We had good and fancy things then. We had a 3-bedroom house. Our living room had a 32-inch flat screen TV in there. My mom's and dad's room had a 42-inch flat screen TV in their room, and that's what TV you watch the Super Bowl on.
When the recession hit, the family's home improvement business folded, and they soon struggled to pay the rent. They clung onto their house for as long as possible, but that meant that when the time finally came, the kids had just a few days to pack up everything and leave.
Anything that can fit in a bag or a suitcase, you can take it. Whatever, dude, like this TV, the yellow one in the living room, that only made it because it could fit in my bag. If it couldn't fit in my bag, that would have been left behind too.
My second motorcycle! Oh!
He did it. All right. I won't say I hide the fact that I'm homeless, but it's not something, once again, that you just want to come out and broadcast and say, well, hey, you know, I'm homeless. That's the same as somebody with let's say HIV or AIDS. They don't come out and tell you, hey, you know, I'm sick. You know, because you will be treated differently. And it's the same as somebody that's homeless. Hey, that's enough. That's enough.
Didn't I say stop? Didn't I?
All right. It's time for shower and bed.
I'm embarrassed because I'm poor and because I live in a shelter.
You don't want a lot of people to find out that you live here. People will make fun of it, and it can really hunt you after a while. You start to have no friends. People tease you about it and stuff like that.
It makes me feel like I just wish I never lived here.
We ask you, Father, today for good homes and good futures for everybody staying here. Good income so that they can have security in their home.
It's a kid at the school who looks dressed worse than me, but he has his own house, though. He got a house to call home. He don't have to go sit down with thousands of people to eat dinner. He can run to his refrigerator and open it up, and I can't do that. I have to wait till a certain time, and I have to eat, because if I don't eat, I will starve all night until the next morning.
stay in line so you can get your plate, okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Stand right here, and as soon as she goes, Johnny, you go after Jasmine. I gotta run to the car and get my lunch.
That's one of the things I feel like I desperately miss, is just being able to cook for my own family, to buy food and put it inside, and put our groceries up, and just the stuff that you used to be like, oh, grocery shopping. And I took it for granted. And now I miss it. I miss it.
Let me just lay them out right there. Chill, Jasmine.
Why would you do that?
It's to open up the boxes.
Open it with your hands?
No, it's tape. That take part. Jasmine, no.
Told you. When you live in a shelter, you have to obey by the rules and do your chore, and if you don't, you get a write-up. Some of the chores are sweeping, mopping, doing dishes, putting away hot and cold food, and doing the trash. And if you don't, you get a write-up. You get a write-up for staying out too long at nighttime. You get a write-up for having problems with the front ladies at the front desk. And if you have more than, I think, 8 or something, you get put out.
What type of animal is the North America roadrunner?
D, a bird.
Correct.
You should know that off the cartoon.
Yeah.
With over 200 families waiting for a place in this shelter alone, Jasmine's family know that if they are kicked out, there's nowhere else to go.
Delivery is here. Don't smash. Oh, it's for delivery? Yeah. See, to take those out. Those don't have any noise. What? Kaylee, what are you looking at? It's loud.
Homelessness threatens Kaylee too. The family's electricity is going to be cut off unless their gran can pay the bill, so money is tighter than ever.
This is embarrassing, Mom. We'd go to Salvation Army and get 60-cent shirts. $2 flat for that storage.
Here. Kaylee, it's blue tag, half 45 cents.
We can't get nothing at the mall. Like, I've been when I was about 7, when my mom had money, lots of money. 75 cents. Can I eat now? I'm hungry.
I know, so am I.
Give me something to
You're gonna have to wait till Grandma comes home anyway.
Give me something to eat.
Okay.
What do you have in the house at the moment?
Nothing.
We have to wait till Grandma comes home. She doesn't get it.
My mom is having a hard time on economy. She has very little in her bank. And she can't pay all of her bills at the same time.
The bills here at the house is just too much for me to handle. I've never seen it this bad. To get jobs, it's very hard. It's very, very hard. My mom has got her a master's in accounting and has been looking for another job for a year, and she still hasn't found anything. And she has a lot of education.
More than 49 million Americans are now living below the poverty line, many as a result of unemployment. Things haven't been this bad since the Great Depression.
My income is $14.80, and the total of my bills is $13.26, and that does not leave me money for food or gas.
A lot of times I have to give my money up to buy groceries and buy gas for the car and lawnmower. For mowing other people's lawns, and I got $10 and I put in 6 of it for the gas and gave the rest to my mom for some food, and it's kind of what I do with my money. I don't think I'm gonna do mowing for a living.
I watched this one show where it said they're raising the gas prices, and my mom can't even afford gas. We have to be careful how we use our gas, how we use everything, mostly, because these days everything is expensive.
There's now a real danger that this month's rent won't be found, and the family will have to leave their home.
I don't want to move. I like living here because my friends are nice to me. Like, I want to just stay put here.
Rent and bills means it costs over $1,000 a month to stay in the family home. But a single room in a motel could cost less than $700 a month all in.
Right now, there doesn't seem to be a way out. So my only options are to give up my house and move into the motel room and move my stuff into storage and keep going to school. And I seen a doctor last week for depression, and she put me on some antidepressants and Xanax for my panic attacks. I mean, I don't even know if I can find a job when I get out of school, or if it'll ever get any better. We'll have to find daycare for Kaylee. I mean, she's 10, but still. Her and Tyler, they're brother and sister, they fight. I'll come home and the one will be hanging from the ceiling fan and the other one will be God knows where. Scared.
The house isn't the only thing under threat. One of the family's dogs may also have to go.
We won't get to keep our dog Nala. And it's extra money, and we're gonna get rid of her. Nala, like, I want to spend as much time as with her, but then again, I want to spend time with my friends.
Let's go Wildcats! I'm an epic failure! I'll be Go, go! Fight, fight! Win, win! Go, go, fight, fight! Win! Go, go! Fight, fight! Win, win! Go, go, fight, fight! Win! Come on, you got this! You got this! Come on!
When I'm dancing, I'm mostly happy. It's like I'm in a different world. I'm always dancing nonstop. I just love dancing. I'm just truly in love with dancing. It's like my destiny to become like a famous dancer or a famous cheerleader. I feel like it's my destiny.
The search for a new life with a job and a home brings 400,000 people a year to San Francisco's Bay Area. But rents here are the highest in America, and work can be hard to find. 11-year-old Sarah, her sister and her mum moved here in 2009. But when the economy collapsed, her mum lost her job, and the family now have to survive on just $600 a month unemployment. They're living in a one-room, rent-subsidized apartment.
It's kind of hard because you don't have your own room. You just have your little area. And then
Like, this is my mom's area, over there's my area, and over there is my sister's area.
This runs incredibly slow.
It's very small. I do not like small spaces. At all.
It's close to me.
Don't be mean to my computer.
I'm not being mean to your computer. It just runs really freaking slow.
My mom's got a fold-out bed. My sister's got a blow-up bed that she's too lazy to blow up. And I've got floor pillows. They're really quite comfortable. It's messy, but look at how much stuff we have. And then look at how small of a room this is. You wouldn't be able to keep it very contained either if you've got 3 people living in a really small room with 1 small bathroom and 1 small kitchen. It's not that easy. And plus we've got a lot of stuff and a lot of books. So it's really, really hard.
Here. I win! You do not win. Did it?
When we take a shower or when we cook, the windows fog up and like it gets all drippy and stuff. The mildew, it's annoying. Like you'll wash the walls and you think you dry it all. A couple days later, there's more mildew on it. So it's like, oh my god. Because these walls are bumpy, so it's hard to clean it all.
Ah! Oh. Not all you need right now.
I don't think it's a good way to be growing up. I guess it was just the family I was put into. It was all for some reason. Maybe it was because we're strong. I don't know.
Sarah used to live in a homeless shelter, so even 1 small room is a step up. But what the family really wants is to get long-term subsidised housing before the help they get with the rent here runs out.
Well, we're trying to get into this bigger place called Thomas Paine, and they said anytime between the early February and late February, and it's April. And we haven't gotten in yet. I know one thing. If we don't get Thomas Paine, we go back to a place called the shelter. I don't want to go back. That's how I feel. I do not want to go back. I've already been there once. Once is enough for me. I think we all don't want to go back. If we go back there, we'd be sharing a big room with a dozen or so more people. That's the shelter right there. There are 4 floors. We lived on the 2nd floor. I don't want to go back because I can cook for myself here and I can go to the bathroom on my own here. I don't have to have my mom, my sister take me to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
But this apartment is only temporary, and they will have to move soon.
I think it's kind of scary that really we don't have much of a choice if we lose this place. This is not the great American dream.
In Iowa, the moment Kaylee has been dreading has arrived.
Nala, she was like my favorite dog. And now we have to take her to the pound. We have to get rid of Nala, but not Tater. Nala is so adorable. Like if you had her, she would sleep on your bed and she would sleep on you. She's like your little guard dog. We're getting rid of my perfect little lovey dog. Yes, Nala, I hear you're stressing out.
Does she have any favorite toys or games?
She needs lots and lots of bones.
Okay.
Yeah, she
She'll
chews
chew
up
one
bones
in
like
an hour.
Okay.
She hates baths.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't like baths.
No, this is my animal lover.
Yeah. She'll have to go into our isolation room since she hasn't gotten any vaccinations yet. So
Yeah.
she'll be in an isolated area right now. All right, sweetie. No, please, don't touch. You want the leash and collar back at all?
Just the leash.
Okay.
And the collar.
Why the collar? She can have it.
Mom. Mom. Meanie.
With Nala gone, the time has come to leave the house and move into a motel room. This will be the family's home from now on, unless Mum can get them all a place in a homeless shelter.
I thought we were getting a double bed.
And there's no mini fridge.
That was with the double bed.
No. Dang it. And there's no microwave. Okay, we have to ask him about that.
God. I thought we were getting a double bed.
Well, we're gonna have
Dad.
to ask him about the mini fridge.
This is small.
It's gonna be small. Plain and simple, it's gonna be small.
This is as big as my room.
Yeah?
Okay, when they go back around.
One of the many downsides of life in a shelter is that sickness spreads between families all too easily.
Everybody's been having the runs, stomach aches, whole 9 yards.
We was going out to take her to school this morning and she just threw up all in the hallway.
Although Jasmine's dad has now managed to get a job at minimum wage, his employer does not cover the family for medical insurance. Almost 1 in 7 Americans are now without health insurance, more than ever before. Without cover, the family has to find clinics and pharmacies that will treat people on basic state Medicaid.
A lot of places don't take Iowa Medicaid because they know it's from public aid, it's public assistance, low income, no income. So a lot of places won't take you. And then a lot of them say they don't take new patients. So then what do? Go to the emergency room. Then you end up with another bill.
The latest problem is that Johnny has caught a highly contagious skin infection, so the family's rooms have to be completely disinfected.
And he was getting even worse, so he said we were going to go to the hospital. And that's when Josh got sick, so we really had to go to the hospital.
So now he has to be quarantined off from the rest of the family.
So now you got to sleep on the fire escape. No, but you just make sure don't touch anybody.
I'm watching you.
When he was first infected, there was no choice but to go to the emergency room of the local hospital.
Don't touch it.
The discharge lady came in asking questions about the Medicaid or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, I guess I'll have to look it up. But if I can't find it, we'll have to bill you." Yeah. So there's another bill coming. It's life, though. What can you do? Roll with the punches, right?
Yeah.
Because he's stuck. He's stuck. He just got stuck.
It's not big at all. So small.
Mice only coming in here.
Because they coming from under there or under there.
All the Reese's Pieces and all of that stuff you be having all over.
It's not me.
Exactly.
Why he always coming from in this corner?
They always come
Because Jalen got all that crap on these
Every
beds.
single time I
Stop
saw
saying crap.
Mom. Both of them I saw run from this corner. This building is kind of old. Mice been in here for a long time before we've been here. Of course they're gonna get in here. My dad just said any mouse that comes in here, we're taking them out. Like, they're not gonna stay for long. They ain't gonna know not to come in this room.
Can somebody tell me where?
Sorry.
Look at this. Tell me that why the mice ain't coming in here.
No,
He
Jalen.
had them cheesies. Jalen, you see this? That's why the mice keep coming in here. Don't bring nothing else in here. You hear me? When you get in trouble, that's gonna be on you.
Stop letting go.
As a mother, you always got different thoughts going through your head and mind, and wishing that you could change things and wishing things was different. But what are you to do? You can't keep beating yourself up about it, but at the same time, it's just hard. Having a family is hard. Maintaining a family is hard. Keeping us indoors is hard.
Guess what I got on my grades?
What?
Oh.
That's good.
Run for the Willis team.
The looks of it, that saved you from 70 lashes, didn't it? So did you do
Science. I got 2 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's.
good? Oh, wow.
That's what's up, Johnny.
I have to get you a skateboard.
Grades is my only way out of here. If my grades not good, I know I can't go to universities like my dream is to go. I know if my grades not good, I can't play football like I want to. If I don't succeed doing what I have to do in school and making good grades, I will fail. I'm gonna live this life of shelters, going through hard times, can't feed my kids, trying to figure out where I'm gonna lay my head every night.
Homeless kids are 8 times more likely than other children to be put back a year at school. Kaylee and her family have been living in the motel for 4 weeks. It's the summer holidays at the moment, but if their mum can't find a permanent home soon, Kaylee and Tyler will have to face the next term in school as homeless children.
Living in a motel is like it's cool, but then not so cool. I'm always cleaning. Tyler barely ever helps. He cleaned once, twice, 3 times. I've cleaned kind of a lot. Fine, then you come hold this.
No, let it go. It's not fitting. Look.
Well then freaking stop using your foot and be a man.
It's not fitting.
Don't smack me.
It's not fitting.
Yes, it is. Be right back. Cold stuff that needs to be freezed is in the sink. We don't have a fridge, just the sink is our fridge. We have to get ice mostly every day because it melts during night. It's all crunched up and there's not much space. See? Oh. He takes up the whole way to go to the bathroom. We had much more space in the house. There's no friends, no one to play with. I miss Jordan. I pass the time by watching TV or talking to Alex, helping him do the laundry, and then putting stickers on the cards.
What are you doing today?
Oh, good. Oh, it's hot here.
There is new people came in room number 124, like you, and they have kids about your age.
you sure?
Yeah, you check them out.
126?
124.
This motel is one of the few in the area that allows homeless families to stay long term. Most insist they book in one night at a time, so they can be forced to leave at a day's notice.
How many families live here?
Here it depends. Sometimes people come for weekly stays. Sometimes for you guys like, right?
Nah, I've met probably.
So in summer there is more, in winter there is more people for the extended stays who are homeless, and in the winter the shelters, them are all filled up, so people can't sleep outside.
When I struggle for money, there's nothing to eat. All there is cans of vegetables. So I've been eating vegetables. There's really not enough food.
Kaylee has also joined the 37 million Americans who now depend on food banks. 1 in 5 children across America now receive food aid.
We get 15 items, right? 3 Jiffy mixes.
No. Applesauce, you can have applesauce with cinnamon. Yeah, we need veggies in your. Oh, here, SpaghettiOs. Meatballs. Or raviolis. We need more canned goods. The potatoes for the vegetable soup. Thank you.
Oh, Mom, did we get ground beef?
You keep saying that, and we don't have a fridge to put it in right now. That's why I didn't get it.
If I could change anything, it would be being poor. But I really don't want to be poor, because then you can't get, because then how can you pay rent? How can you get food? How can you get a roof over your head if you're gonna be poor?
We're still in the same itty-bitty apartment we were in before, and we haven't gotten Thomas Paine. They said 1 month. We've been waiting 2, almost 3.
Thomas Paine is long-term subsidised housing the family could stay in for good. But they're running out of time for a place to come up. So they're back at the shelter to sign up on the waiting list here as well.
No kid should ever have to go through 2 homeless shelters just to get into a sustainable apartment or a house.
This form that I'm going to have you sign is just the family shelter intake policy. And the intake policy says you need to limit your belongings to 1 bag per person. Mm-hmm. I know it might be hard. Do you have a lot of stuff?
Can it be like a bag of clothes and stuff and then a computer? Because a computer doesn't really count as a bag. It's an electronic.
Is that going to be a problem? You seem nervous.
Sad.
Sad?
Yeah.
Well, you can look into putting some of your stuff in storage while you're in the shelter, and then when you get out, you can have your stuff back. As they probably told you on the phone, it is unfortunately about a 6-month wait to get into shelter right now, which is really long. It's one of the longest waits that we've ever had, and unfortunately we don't have more shelter space to accommodate at the moment. But during that time on the waiting list, the most important thing is to be calling and checking in once a week in order to stay on the list.
Right.
So that's definitely the most important thing. So how is everything else going at the apartment right now?
Things are really okay. I'm just looking for food banks right now because food's really expensive right now.
We have enough rice to feed us tonight and tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, well we can definitely get you a bag of food before you leave here. So we have a choice of canned food right now. We have beans and franks, ramen, tuna, and Spam. So you can take your pick.
Spam. You said the magic word. She loves Spam.
Okay. Spam.
Yeah.
I'll get you some Spam then.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Spam.
Yes, I know you love Spam.
Okay, so here is a bag of food. There's some canned food, some macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese!
Thank
and
you
some
so
cereal.
much.
And then there's 2 bus tokens, and those are good for 1 fare and transfer each on the bus.
Great, thank you so much.
No problem.
The people who cut budgets are the ones that are making it hard for my mom to get by in today's world.
Sarah lives in a part of San Francisco known as the Tenderloin. It's a neighborhood synonymous with drugs, violence, and homelessness.
The reason I don't go out on the street very much is because, well, I live in the Tenderloin and that pretty much talks for itself. There are people on drugs out there, and I don't think an 11-year-old or anyone older or younger should be around this stuff, especially the drug dealers, because it makes your brain squish. It basically makes your brain go like pudding. What I do on the weekend, look out the window, watching the people on the streets, and they call it spying on the people down on the street. Because I have these little binoculars, and I look out the window, and it's funny because one person actually looked up and saw me looking out. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. My sister has taught me if a man throws the first punch and misses, you throw the second punch and not miss. And I know where to hit a man where it hurts. I do. From my mom and my sister.
Kaylee, want to move stuff to the other house? Hey.
Okay, I know, I said yes.
With help from a charity, Kaylee's family has been able to find a house to rent, and today they are leaving the motel. But moving house is one of the most stressful things a family can do, even more so when it's the second time in just a couple of months.
I'm looking forward to moving away from here because I really do not want to live here because I don't have space.
Kaylee! Kaylee!
Gross.
Can you just wait? I'll do it. I don't want to hear you
Go over there and
whining.
pick up all the stuff by that sink over there.
Oh my
Clean the
god,
sink out.
I gotta pack my toys! Bad enough we left my toys at the freaking other house.
Kaylee, you're picking. I want that sink cleaned out. Kaylee, sink underneath of it. I want all that stuff cleaned off the sink. While you're standing in my way, you see me over there cleaning it.
Trash. You'll take it to the dumpster? Yeah. Go, Jesus.
She is one crazy mom. She's tiring. I still love her. But she really needs to work on the yelling. I don't care if she hears this, but still, she needs to work on her yelling. So I do not want to get yelled at when we're moving. She does this all the time. The only stressful moment is now when we're moving, when she says she was going to do it happily. What part of you shut up do you not get? Freaking. Ooh. I want to scream. I'm gonna explode.
The family can barely afford the rent for the new house. In fact, they are depending on their gran to pay the first month and hoping the charity will help them after that. There's no money left over for furniture.
Hey, Tina, let's go look at our new house. Come on. This is our living room. This is the kitchen. And come on, let's go upstairs. There's Mom's room. Oh, how can you do this up on these stairs? Come on, Tina. And here's my room. What are you doing? Now I'm gonna have to put a rug over there. Come on, Tina. At my new home, I kind of like it, then I kind of don't. I mostly sleep on the floor. It would be more comfortable with the bed. Winter. There's really nothing to do. Just fold my clothes, mess them all up, fold them, mess them all up, fold them, or clean. But there's not much to clean but the kitchen, so. Some kids have large houses there. They can have whatever they want. But I think my mom, she kind of make a wrong turn or something. So that's what all started this.
The good news for Johnny's family is that they have finally moved to a self-contained apartment in the Salvation Army shelter. They can now lock their own front door, but this also means they no longer qualify for free meals in the shelter canteen.
We are in our new apartment, the transitional housing. My mom says it's harder because she has to spend a lot of money to feed us and to spend a lot of money to get the house together and like buy stuff.
You get too big. You always want something extra.
I don't want nothing extra.
Yes, you do. You want a phone.
I got a shoes. Phone. I'm not wearing no Earth Walkers outside. No, sir. Jordans and Nikes.
Johnny, Nikes and Jordans are expensive.
I know.
Just for a name. That makes no sense. You need a job.
Nike's not expensive.
Look, I've been buying Josh shoes after shoes after shoes. I can't afford it. Now what? Walmart? He gotta take Walmart. What else can I do? At least his feet not dragging the ground.
It was some Jordan flip-flops in there for $30. Now that's a great deal. You cannot find no Jordan flip-flops, the brand new kind, for no $30. They probably not real.
Is that a great deal when I can go to Walmart and buy the shoes I'm wearing I got from Walmart for $5?
I'm to my name brand stuff. That's a good deal, Mama.
My sandals are nice, right?
If you listen to
$5.
it, it's a good
You want some of
deal.
those, right?
Mom.
See, that's why I like y'all when y'all small. They accept stuff. You getting too big. Your feet growing. You in grown people's shoes now. Ugh, please stop growing.
We had more money in the shelter part than we had here because now everything is all on our own now. Down there, we took everything for granted. You get free food every day. You got a free place to live.
Oh, here's one of Tom's old business cards.
Oh yeah, I remember TNC.
Yeah. TNC, Tom and Classy.
Yeah.
It was me and him all the time.
Until the recession, the family had their own business. The plan now is for Tom to do odd jobs in his spare time to raise some extra cash.
I know we lost a lot with the business, and me and Tom every day putting our heads together, trying to think about what else can we do to get ourselves out of this. See what we can come up with to make some extra money, so we wouldn't be in a hole all the time or just barely trying to find food. I mean, I would think at least everybody in America can have some food and housing. The poorest man, a place to sleep and food. And it's not that way. It's a little rough. A lot rough.
All I want is to play football, but football is expensive. I can name a few of the items I need and want for my sports, but I just gotta wait on to do it till the next time my mama can afford it. I'm 14. My life is almost over. until I'm a grown man. And if I don't have the opportunity to show somebody to play football, football won't exist in 4 years from now. If I don't get to play on the team this year, that dream is going to slowly start fading away. That's what happened to some of the dreams of kids. They pertain to something and they can't afford it, or when I can't do it.
Today, the San Francisco Mime Troupe is performing political satire.
My mother, she's desperately poor.
Poor in America?
Yes, and now...
The good news is, we got Thomas Paine. And, they're just doing maintenance, you know. Next week, we're going to sign the lease. My house. I've counted how many stairs there are. There's 50. When I saw this house for the first time, I was speechless. I couldn't talk. It's our large bathroom. Mine and my sister's. I love it. This is my room. I like it because it's got my bells on the door. This house is ours. No roommates, no, probably no eviction notices. I won't forget this experience because it's a life changer, you know? No kid should have to go through this. Yet everyday kids do. And it's just crazy. You're going to a tea party. Ooh, tea. It's not a fun experience. It's annoying that people say, oh, it doesn't matter. It's just a little problem. It's over now. Get over it. And no, it's not over. It changes you. I may be still the same old obnoxious Sarah, but deep down, I'm a whole new person. Well, I'm a whole different person. We're back in this motel again because we got kicked out of the duplex. The rent, and so then we went to Motel 6, and then we went to this Twin Bridges hotel, and then we went to here. Oh God, we went to so many places. Even talking about this makes me dizzy.
Come on, come on. It's overfilled, Kaylee. Look, it's not going in.
Oh, well, move. I can make it work. Yes, it will.
Mum's latest plan is to get a trailer so the family can have a more stable home. But in the meantime, Kaylee's education is suffering.
Why can't I go to school?
I would get you in school, but we gotta wait till we get the trailer, which is only like a few days away. So there's no sense in putting you in school over here if you're gonna be switching to Iowa over there.
Okay. We've been moving around a lot between Iowa and Moline that my mom can't sign us up for school. I wouldn't want to go to school and then going to a different school like 1 or 2 weeks later. If you go to school and then like 1 or 2 weeks, you're gonna have to move, but then you have to move from all your new friends, all your teachers when you have such a good time. And so my mom says that we're gonna get in school when we move into the trailer that we are getting.
For the trailer, it is very livable. It has floors. We're gonna be redoing.
Am I gonna have to crawl in with the snakes to get the
No.
pipes unfrozen?
No, it's all.
The best thing to do is put hay bales
I know.
around it.
We're gonna get some of those and do that. Oh, but we're gonna be moving the trailer probably in a couple of summers. But that'll be 2 years away, so, because we have to have a 2-year lease.
If we stay there 2 years.
I really want to be in school because if you don't get a good education, then you don't get much money. You don't get a good job. You end up sleeping at your mom's. You end up being behind a lot of rent, and then you get kicked out. You end up being homeless, and then with no food. Attack. If I keep missing school, then I see my future poor on the streets, in a box, not even, and asking for money everywhere, everybody, and then stealing stuff from stores, and yeah, I don't want to steal stuff. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I want to get an education, a good job.
Poverty affects every aspect of a child's life. Their education, health, and future prospects all suffer. Since 2007, the number of homeless children across the US has increased by almost 500,000. Unless the world's wealthiest nation can build more effective safety nets for its most vulnerable young citizens, millions more could follow.
People who come in a homeless shelter, it can just be somebody who was living good at one time and had it all, to a bill that we didn't get paid, off a utility bill, off a payment, a foreclosure, anything. Anything can easily tear them straight down to the floor and ain't the ground zero.
Life is a lot of a maze. There is always dead ends. And you gotta turn around, pick yourself up and turn around and go the other way. But in the end, you always get out of a maze.
The way I live, it's a lesson. I believe that I'm gonna get a perfect job that I like and that I want to do. People can't stop you from believing in your own dreams.